Hey, this is Casey. I'm Meredith, and this is Kiara, and we're three best friends in a long-distance relationship. We learned some valuable lessons along the way over the past 10 years of being friends. Now, let's get to it, because hey, it's been forever.
Hey, it's Casey.
I'm Meredith.
And this is Kiara.
And we're three best friends in a long-distance relationship.
We've learned some valuable lessons along the way over the last 10 years of being friends.
Now let's get to it, because...
Hey guys, welcome to It's Been Forever podcast. My name is Casey.
I'm Meredith.
And I'm Kiara.
And today we're going to do a little bit of a change up, and we're rocking a mini-sode today. So enjoy as we talk about times that we've messed with each other.
All right, well, Case, do you want to share when you messed with us?
Sure, I'd love to. So this is really one of my favorite stories. I forget it sometimes, but I should never forget it. I need to remember this story weekly because I'm really proud of it. So how this story started, I think it's a week before we are set to leave for college at Northwestern. Yes, something roughly of that nature.
I think so, yes.
And,
yeah, that sounds
right. Bryce.
No, it was after our Tori Kelly concert.
Oh yeah.
And we all went back to Kelowna.
Yes, that's what it is. Okay, thank you. So we all just finished our sophomore year at Heston. We're done with Heston because it's a 2-year school. And then we went to Lincoln, and we all went to Bryce's house, and we went to a Tori Kelly concert. And we were just like basically just living life, not even realizing how much freedom we had as children, basically just doing whatever we wanted. And then after we went to Lincoln, then you guys all came over to my house in Kelowna, and we were just hanging out. I don't know. We were just having fun. So
yeah.
Somehow, I don't remember why, but Bryce and I were mad at each other. I don't know why. Don't know what.
I don't either.
I
was just about to say, do we remember? Because that would have been
I don't remember. You guys were like fighting though.
But
yeah.
Well, actually, the memory is you guys were upstairs in your room, mind you. Me and Meredith were like
we wanted
talking
to
your
give you
mom
some
or
space.
something.
No, I
to
think
give you space.
I think it was just the two of I think it was just like the four of us at home. The two, you guys were downstairs.
We were
and Bryce
with
and I
her
were
mom wasn't
upstairs.
there. I don't think.
Yeah, so
okay.
I think I just told Bryce like, hey, let's just talk about this upstairs or something, because it was like,
yeah,
my house was like you could hear if you were having a discussion downstairs anywhere, so it wasn't very private. Apparently it was intense enough that we needed privacy. Who even freaking knows? But here's what I do know. When we got up there to work out, whatever it was, took about 5 minutes, you guys. Okay. Didn't take long because it was probably a stupid something. And our skills for conflict resolution at the time were probably dumb because we were like 20. So what did we know? So,
that's funny.
While we're up there, we just like once we resolved it, then we just started talking, and we realized that like, oh, we've kind of been up here for a little bit now. And I was like, should we mess with them? And Bryce is like, I mean, like, what did you have in mind? I was like, how about we? And at this point, just context to our relationship, we've been dating for 2 years, very much in love at this point. We're getting married. Like, you guys have been there the whole time. There's nothing at this point that will break us up. Like, we're just at that point.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I had this idea. Like, yeah, let's break up. And let's tell them that we broke up. I don't know. I'm just so diabolical, dumb. I guess. So I told him, okay, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go downstairs. I need you to pack up all your clothes that you've brought with you. Get your toothbrush, everything that you've brought with you. I need you
I'm
to
just
pack
like letting
it.
this unfold in my memory.
I know. I need you to pack it. I need you to put it in a bag. I need you to get in your car. I need you to drive away. I don't care where you go. Just be gone when you drive away for at least 10 to 15 minutes. because we need this to like be believable.
Feel real.
You need to sell it. Yeah.
Okay? And I said, when you walk out of my room, you move quickly, you move swiftly, and you don't speak much. You use, small words or just small sentences.
Because Bryce is not a liar.
Oh, no. You see right through him.
If we would have asked him, he would have been like, he would have given it up.
So that's why I had to really prep him on like, no. Don't make eye contact. Just do what needs to be done and get out of there. And then I fed him the ultimate line. You guys remember this. Bye, guys. I'll see you at Northwestern. And then he walks out the door.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my
So our perspective, he walks down the stairs and we're like, are you guys okay? And this is what he does. He like, I'll see you at Northwestern. I have to go. Oh my gosh, yes.
Literally, he slams the door. We also watch him get in his car and we're like, is this real? And then we see him drive away.
He drives away.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also,
we were like, what?
Iowa is so flat, so we could probably
literally
drive
watched him for miles.
like 10 miles. Just because it was
so then we
flat.
go upstairs to make sure Casey's okay.
Okay, then I'm going to go back
Bryce
to
just left.
I'm going to go back to
go ahead.
Now Bryce and I's dialogue of how we're going to do this. So I said, it all starts with you, Bryce. I'm not worried about myself.
Yep.
I know I can play my part, but I need you to
right.
follow through. Okay?
Right.
So as soon as he starts going down the stairs, I lick my hands.
Oh my gosh.
And I try to get my fingers wet and I just rub them along my mascara and just create like this, illusion of bawling.
Yeah.
And this is actually something I really pride myself in. As a kid, I would practice fake crying and I got so good at it that people could run into the room, but Casey, are you okay? I'm like, oh no, I'm
Youngest
fine.
child.
I just wanted to know if that would work. And it did.
Youngest sibling vibes.
So this was that moment for me. I wailed. I was wailing. And then I'm burying myself in my pillows and I'm like in this corner of my bed, like in a ball, weeping. And I know you guys are in shock and I know that I don't have a ton of time to get myself to look like I need to be looking. So I had to work fast. And I knew I had as much time until Bryce drove out to like really work up this emotion in me. And so I hear Bryce drive away and I had my window was right into the front entrance of my house. So I could see where he was parked and I could see him driving away. And I'm like, okay, like slap myself in the face a little bit. Like, let's get this going. And then I continued to wail and I'm like in a ball and I'm like crying and you guys like sheepishly walk into my room. Like I can hear the door like
I can remember walking up those steps, like just being like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
And I don't say a word. I'm just crying. And you're like,
well, also Casey's like face down in her bed. So we
face down.
See
her.
You
said, is he gone?
No, I don't say anything for a little bit until you guys are up there and you're like, is everything okay? And you guys are like trying to console me or trying to make me feel better. You're like rubbing I think someone was rubbing my back. I think it was kind of
probably.
I don't know that. I just feel like Kiara would do something like that initially, and then you guys
out of nervousness,
and then someone was like, "Do you want to talk about it?" or something like that, right? And then I think I remember saying like, "Not really," or like really playing into it. No, like I'm being too much. Did you raise your hand, Kiara?
Mind you, I did because, mind you, we were almost as close with both of them. Like, as close as we were with Casey, we were close with Bryce. So literally, we were like, "What side are we on?"
Of like, if they broke up, like, we're friends with them both. What do we do? Right. Also, we're all going to college together.
Yeah.
Like it.
What do we? Like we made this commitment.
It's complicated.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And I knew all that. And that's why I wanted to put you guys into that situation.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks.
I don't know. Call it rude. Call it whatever. I don't know. So I eventually get to the point where I'm sitting up and I work up the courage, quoting, to say, what did Bryce say to you guys when he was downstairs? That's what I remember saying. And you guys were like, well, I mean, he packed up his stuff and like he grabbed everything and then he drove away and he just said like, I'll see you guys at Northwestern. And then I like just took this pause and I went,
oh gosh.
Then he did a really good job. And I'm so proud of him.
That line I remember that he did a really
that
good
and
job.
we shoved you down because you were like kind of between the wall and the bed.
Yes.
Yes. And so we just like shoved you down there and started like hitting you.
You guys were beating on me, and it was
my gosh,
so happy to take that beating. Like I literally didn't care. I was so
it was like
proud.
too good.
And then it was like timing. It was just so poetic because I think Bryce literally pulled in like 5 minutes later.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, where did you go? He's like, I just drove around.
Yeah.
I just drove around for like 5 minutes, came back. We're like, okay, what?
Honestly, astonished that he pulled it off.
Right.
Well, because
that's, I think, the more
honestly,
shocking
we
thing.
spent the most time up there prepping for this, you guys. Like, it wasn't even about the conversation of whatever we were arguing about.
Because, again, we don't even remember what it is.
No, it obviously didn't matter. Right. It was just, like, literally, I'm like, Bryce, you have to do this. They have to believe that this is real. So we've got to play
and we did.
through everything.
So.
Yeah.
I was so proud of him. I am still proud of him to this day. There's a few times where he's, been able to really like, because he's not, I wouldn't say he was like the performance kind. Yeah. It's not his forte. Yeah. I could do stuff like that all the time. I think that's so fun. And I'll never forget it. Yeah, really proud of him. Obviously, you guys were like pissed. But I don't care because I
don't think we got over it for like, at least I didn't get over it for like a week.
I mean, you guys still.
I was
bring it up.
It was
every
like
now
waking
and again.
up. It was like waking up from a bad dream.
No, like, absolutely.
I was like, no, seriously, like devastated. Like, oh my gosh, they broke. Like,
also
like my mom.
At that point, that was like our worst fear.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that was like our worst fear. We're like, we're all going to college together. It's gonna be great. What if this happens? We're like, this will not happen. And then you made us believe our fear actually came true.
Yeah.
And just thinking like ahead 5 years, we're like, what's this gonna be? What's that gonna be like? Mm-hmm. And then we didn't have to go there.
And like the amazing part about this is like you're having all of these emotions in like a 20 to 30 minute span of time. Like it's not even long. But
if that even, I would say like 10 minutes.
I know. It really affected you guys deeply. I mean, I kind of feel bad, but I don't really because I think it's hilarious. Mostly.
Yeah. You don't have to feel bad. It was good. It was a good prank.
Yeah.
It was good. And also if one of the two of us pulled it off that well, you'd also be pretty proud of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Because like, I feel like there's
that level there.
You guys could do that to me, but if you would, I'd be like, okay, hats off.
Yep. I believe that.
So anyway,
that's really good.
What a memory that was.
What a mem.
I'm still, man, I can't believe we pulled that off. I'm really proud of us. It's kind of fun talking about it again.
I have trust issues.
I'm like into it.
Yeah.
Man, I should do it again.
No.
I don't know. I might have to. You won't see it coming.
Oh boy. Okay, Mare, what's another one?
So another time that one of us has messed with the other. This is kind of like less juicy, I guess. But Kiara, one thing about Kiara, if there's something that's free, she's going to milk it hard.
She's a moth to a flame around a free
stuff. You go to Shoe Sensation and they have those little like shoe back things to like keep the back of your shoe up when you put your shoes on. She's grabbing like 10 of those. Doesn't need them, but she's grabbing them.
You go to a hotel and they're offering like free fruit or like cookies or something. She's taking multiple. Like she's not like
I have a bag full.
Oh, free, cute. Like I'll take one. She will take all of them.
Yes.
Maybe leave like one.
And so, yes.
Yeah.
And so in college, from the CAF, they had like this bowl of, they always had a bowl of fruit, whether like apples or oranges or like bananas or whatever. And you could like grab one and take it back to your room. Well, she would take like 5 apples at a time.
Yeah. I would hide them like in my pants and my like sweatshirt.
In your sweatpants. Like, no, seriously, like her pockets were just full of apples. Also, they were like, red delicious apples, like the hardest,
disgusting.
Like not juicy.
The worst kind of apples, but
but they're free.
One thing about Kiara, I'll never forget Kiara eating an apple, just like the biggest bite. It's like you could eat that thing in 3 bites.
They're the biggest bites I've ever seen. Like, and I wouldn't say Kiara has like a big mouth, but something about the way your teeth are laid out, you can take a massive bite of an apple.
She could the top of her teeth hit the top of the apple and the bottom teeth hit the bottom of the apple, and she can rip off the whole side of it, and then you can't chew that with your mouth closed. So then she's
oh yeah.
Oh my
I will never forget that sound of Kiara eating an apple.
You miss it though, don't you?
One thing about Kiara too, she's gonna eat the core. She'll eat the whole.
Oh yeah, I'll eat the core.
We know this from the beginning of time.
This.
Kiara eats the middle of an apple.
I'm a core girly. So anyways, eat the whole thing.
Maybe take a picture of you eating an apple this week, Kiara, and like honestly be genuine with your bite. And yeah, this is just me eating an apple.
You know what's funny is I went to Panera today and I got an apple, so I can test this theory out tomorrow. I got chips and an apple. I did a 2-sider because I got 2 sides. I did both but I got needless to say, that was my first apple that I've had in maybe 2 years. So I'm excited to dive into that.
Really?
I'm not. Okay. I know I haven't had apples lately.
Well, you
I love them, but I don't.
They're not readily available.
I think so. They're not free anymore. So
they're not free anymore.
Buying those.
So needless to say, at this point in time, Kiara loved apples. Okay, so it was always like a fun treat for her to come back to the room and be like, "Oh, there's an apple waiting for me." Yeah. So lo and behold, she'd reach for an apple, and there was just a little bite out of it, out of the back of it. I would like to sneak into their room, and when I saw an apple just sitting around, I would just grab it, take just a tiny little bite out of it, and place it just so that she couldn't see the bite.
Like it looked like a normal apple.
It looked.
Yeah, it looks like it was fine.
And then she'd go and pick it up and go to bite it and see just this brown spot where my bite was.
Oh, there's nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kiara doesn't get mad often. She genuinely would get mad at me.
She did that
Who
thing
messed with my free apples?
She's like,
Meredith!
Quit taking bites out of my apple!
I'm just envisioning my desk too. I had so many books that I think I would like hide the apple in kind of the corner too.
Yes.
Like I wanted it out to where I like wouldn't forget about it.
Almost
but like
used
also,
it as like a bookend.
It was like decor. Yeah.
It was decor at that point. So I knew
it to be cute.
How I positioned it. And then the more I'd be like, oh, it's like still the same position. No. She had come in and she had bitten it, put it exactly back how I had it.
I love it.
Somehow she knew.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Less of like a juicy one, but
yeah.
Still,
but
it was
funny.
enough to kind of ruin your life for that minute.
You did it with apples mostly, but like you would do it with
what
other snacks.
What other things did you do?
I don't remember doing it with other things, but I probably did.
I feel like you would go into her room and just like find a snack and like take a bite of it.
Probably.
You were just kind of
so I got the free snacks and you munched off of the free snacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
it
just
adds
to spite with me.
Man. Yep.
I mean, that is just so funny. I just have so many memories walking out of the cafeteria just with like a sweatshirt in my pocket is just lined with apples. And I would feel so embarrassed because it's like, please take one. And I'm like,
as you should have.
But no one else is taking them. So I'm like,
because
well, they're not taking their 5 apples.
Delicious apples.
Yeah, but
honestly, I never enjoyed the bite that I took out of it. Yeah. I didn't do it because I wanted the apple. I did it because I wanted to piss you off.
Did you used to spit it out? Like something about me remembers you like, I don't even like eat it actually. I just like take a bite.
Did you bite it?
No, I think I would eat it.
Okay.
Maybe
that
not.
Skin gets stuck in your teeth, you know? Ugh. Yeah. Man, I hate those apples.
Yeah.
Man, I hate those apples. That's
honestly same, but I bit them
so bad.
I'm writing that quote down too. Man, I hate those apples.
Man, I hate those apples.
No, what's funny is I got a bag of apples like probably 6 months ago, and I think they're still there, and they're just like so. I'm like, ugh. Like now to me, it's just the thought of like, what would I rather have? I'd rather have a cheese stick or something like easier to eat.
Yeah,
which is like funny, but like apples were my world.
Yeah. Also, if they've been sitting there for 6 months, I'm gonna tell you probably to not eat them. I'm a little nervous about
yeah, they're gross. So they're in the trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a funny story. Wow. We have one more though, and I think this is really
one more. And this is the part where if you're listening to this, stop listening.
Please don't judge us for this one. Well, specifically Meredith.
Maybe honestly, because I started it.
Or you can't. I mean, we talk about how Meredith is kind of like,
maybe you've just recently started listening and you're like, wow, these girls are so fun and so cute and like really down to earth. And then you listen to this episode, you're like, oh my gosh, they're psychos.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're actually crazy people.
Because I'll tell people this and like they'll either think it's really funny or they'll think it's so gross that they like don't know how to react. So, okay. It all started.
We can see what our listeners are. Which side they're on.
We'll see. It all started with a mocha latte.
Yes. Oh, I can't even wait for you to tell the story, and I literally know every detail.
I know. I feel like you're gonna be a good storyteller.
Casey came back from the coffee shop, and she had a mocha latte, and at the bottom of it, there was still some like mocha left at. There's just like brown chocolatey residue kind of left at the bottom, and I literally don't know what the heck I was thinking, but it like smelled really good, and I was like, I think I'm gonna pee in this cup.
I think we thought like we should put something in it, and then our minds just kept getting darker and darker and darker until it got to the point where we're like, you should pee in it.
I was like, yeah, what?
Wait, wasn't it as like a Sonic cup? I think it was like
it was from the Lincoln Perk. It was from the Lincoln Perk.
Oh, okay, okay.
Kiara, we got you a drink.
Has this happened multiple times? Because why do I feel like you peed in a Sonic cup?
I might have. I probably.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, continue on.
So I thought it was brilliant because I was like, it's gonna be warm. Like she's actually gonna think that it's a latte. Yes. Because it's going to be warm and like it smells like mocha because there's so much chocolate left.
Well, I think we mixed in hot chocolate powder too so we could get more.
No, that's a different part of the story.
Oh, okay.
That's a different part of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you thought there's a little left. I'm going to pee in this.
I'm going to pee in this and we're going to give it to Kiara.
We eventually landed on pee. We thought of other things, but I think we landed on pee.
Landed on pee. I'll take the blame. It was my pee. I bet you $1 million I didn't even go to the bathroom. Probably just dropped doors in Casey's room and peed in it.
Well, no, you said you were going to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "How are you going to be able to cut off your stream?" And you're like, "Oh, that's not a problem." Like I remember you saying that, and I remember like, I could never. Once I start going, I can't stop. And you're like,
Mare
"No, I can do it."
Oh, not a problem.
I specifically remember you saying that and being like, "All right."
Why am I the way that I am?
This is exposing Meredith a little bit in these stories, but
because I think also at this point I had at one point tried to like while I was driving to college, by myself on a road trip, I had like tried to pee in a cup while I was driving, so I put cruise control on and like fully stood on my seat and tried to pee into a cup. But I couldn't. I couldn't because I was so nervous that there was like truckers beside me and they were going to see me.
You're bare bottom out.
So maybe that's why I thought of it. I don't know. Anyways, again, if you're listening to this, stop listening.
Again, sorry.
So anyways, this is one of those moments. Sometimes when Noah and I are out with people, like I'll tell a story or something and he's like, do you realize what you just told them? Like, do you realize?
He's like, I wish I could not have heard that.
It's like kind of
Why was that bad? Did I not tell the story very well? No, you told the story. You told the story really well, actually.
Or like my coworkers are my coworkers, but in his mind, it's his pastor. You know, like,
oh yeah.
He was like, do you realize you just told our pastor this? And I was like, that's Kurt. You know,
that doesn't matter.
Funny.
Oh,
yeah.
Funny.
Anyways, okay. Going back to the pee cup. So peed in the cup, lids on. It's warm. It smells like mocha. It's great. Kiara, we go into Kiara's room, and I say,
of course, I'm the culprit.
Yep.
I'm the
culprit. You're the victim.
I'm the victim.
With.
Sorry.
So I walk in. I was like, Kiara. I got you this latte. I'm sure I said it more nonchalant than that. I don't know. But I was like, hey, like we were at the coffee shop. I got you this latte. And you were like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. Took it and I watched you take a sip. And as it's in your mouth, my jaw hit the floor and I was like, oh. Like, I can't believe you just drank that. And you were like, you like looked so confused. And then you like, this is where the memory gets hazy. I remember you like kind of chucking the cup at me, but I caught it. Like it didn't like spill or anything. And you like spit.
So,
like on the ground.
I need to ask you, did you taste it and be like, this tastes wrong? Or what did it taste like?
From my understanding too, I was in another room because I didn't trust myself to be in the room with you as this was happening because I knew I would blow it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing this. I think I was in like our neighbor's room and I was like listening through the wall. Yeah. And Kiara's like, what's wrong with it? Like we were acting kind of shady. And she was like, what's wrong with it? And we're like, nothing. Just drink it. Like, we got you a drink. Jeez, why do you have to be so mean about it? Just take a drink. And then as she took a drink, that's when we all freaked out. Because I poked my head out of the room, saw that she was taking a drink. You freaked out.
And we all kind of freaked out.
And we were like,
she's actually doing
my gosh. And then Kira's like,
my pee's in her mouth.
She's like, what? And then that's when she kind of like freaks out and like kind of hands you the cup or whatever. Because
it was like a half toss, half pass. Because I was like close.
She's like, what's going on? Like, why are we all freaking out? Type of thing.
Okay, well, from my perspective, I'm like, why? You are a nice human. I want to lay that foundation. But I was like, why are you being like, I got you this, and kind of looking at me in a certain way. You know, there's just an eye when you're like, there's something mischievous and I cannot put my finger on it. But I also want to assume the best, that you did just do this out of your kindness of your heart and you got me a...
She's still naive, Kiara, at this point, being very nice.
Yes. Yeah. I literally was just like, okay. And I think it was like the look of like well, just drink it. Like, you know, when you're just like, just do it. Like, not pressure, but like, just do it. I honestly don't remember the taste. I wish I did, but I knew that because I think I even smelled it, to be honest. Because I was like, I want to know what's wrong with it. Because if it's like, well, I thought it was like backwash, or if it was like not. I wasn't thinking pee, but I was like, what else could it?
Why would you?
Who would do that?
Why would you?
Why would anyone do that?
Why on earth would it be literally urine?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I smelled the rim, and it like smelled like mocha, and that is a weird thing. Is it smelled like coffee? That's what gave me the green light. And now I know, you little stinker. You thought through all the details, and then I do remember. I think I wanted to like throw it on you out of fury, to be like, you have your own pee on you now. But I guess it didn't go that far because you
like the help moment, but like with pee, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Didn't get that far, unfortunately. So I can't speak to the taste because I genuinely don't remember. But I know that when I tasted it, I was like, yeah, this is gross. And then I think just by the way that you were acting, I was like, there's only one thing this could be.
So Kiara has drank my pee.
Disgusting. I've drank Mare's pee.
I mean, it was the smallest sip of your life.
Smallest sip.
Honestly.
Smallest sip. And what's funny is right before this, we were kind of like going through these times, and I had a separate memory of drinking Mare's pee out of a Sonic cup. And I don't know if I just made that up or if that was a separate time.
I remember you tried to get back at Meredith.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Peed in a cup.
Do you not remember this?
Is that what it was?
But no, it wasn't a Sonic cup though. So I came back to my room one day, like maybe a week or two later. And there was one of my coffee mugs sitting on my desk with a little note that said, hey, I made this for you. Like, love you, from Kiara. And it was hot chocolate.
That's dumb because why would I do the same thing back?
Yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah,
it was hot chocolate. And it was like lukewarm because it was like she had like made it a while ago. Yeah. And so I like took a sip of it, but it was like cold. And so I was like, I don't really want this. Like, that was really nice, but I don't want this. So I dumped it. And then later, so that's the thing. You weren't even there to see me drink it.
No, I wasn't. So I think I didn't try too hard.
I don't remember if I went to you or if you came to me. I think
she came
to
you.
Did you drink it?
I think she came to you and was like really proud of herself.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, I'm
sure. Yeah, it was really nice, but like it was kind of cold, so I just threw it out, and you were like, "Oh," and then it like clicked, like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, that sounds right.
You mixed your pee with hot chocolate mix. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried doing the same Meredith method. Didn't really work out.
I mean, I did drink a sip of it.
Yeah.
I drank as much of your pee as you drank of my pee. So.
We're even in our drinkage.
So now we need to get Casey.
We need to get Casey. Is that what we should send her? Like, for like little gifty? Hey,
here's a vial
baby
of my urine
package.
Yeah, put it in one of those breast milk bags.
It's
meant to hold liquid.
I'm sending you some extra breast milk, and you actually put
it's
pee
really
in it.
clear and yellow, but that's just like what colostrum looks like.
Yeah, that's like the beginning stages.
Right. Yeah,
that's what it should look like.
That's really funny.
So anyways,
gosh.
Oh, man.
The pee escapades.
We've really enjoyed you listening to our podcast so far, and
if this is your last episode, we
please,
completely
your last
understand.
episode. We get it.
Oh,
we get it. We get it.
I promise that we'll not talk about.
But I think we've alluded to the P one before anyway,
I think
we knew we needed
then
to.
we kind of stopped talking about it because we realized that we're talking about P. But I will say, we found this funny. Like we weren't like angry at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Kiara, you were. I mean, probably a little.
My
angry.
face is no.
But like we were all in on it. There was more than just Meredith and I in on it. There was probably a few other people, but like Meredith and I were definitely the top contributors. I mean, it was Mare's pee.
But I was the one that was like, "Oh, I'll pee. I'll do it."
Yeah,
it's mine.
Literally no hesitations, no questions asked.
No hezzy.
Yeah,
and
no hezzies.
And like it's a funny thing that we still talk about, and so like to just know that we didn't like ruin each other's friendships by doing this. And we
it's all out of kicks and gigs.
We wouldn't have done it if it would have ruined the friendship.
We can still talk about it now to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So find yourself a group of friends that you can drink each other's pee, pretend that you broke up with your long-term boyfriend that is the love of your life, and have a good time out there. Bite some apples.
Bite some apples.
Like,
and be
guys,
safe
life's too short.
Be feral.
Be feral.
We love
be for real feral.
Be Will.
That's the episode title.
We're all just feral.
Yeah. Mostly
just
Meredith,
feral.
but
yeah.
We're along for the ride, though.
Yeah. Hey, well, anyway, we appreciate you listening. If you've ever messed with your friends and you feel like it's a story worth our time to hear, which it probably is, please send us an email at itsbeenforeverpod@gmail.com. DM us on Instagram. We're on TikTok. You're welcome to watch our clips on there. We'd love to connect with you and just tell us about your experience. I love pranks. Oh man, I used to prank my parents as a kid, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I think pranks are amazing, and I would love to know your prank. Maybe you've done something really funny that like you're really proud of, and this is your chance to tell that story. Pee included. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing's off limits.
Bonus points for pee or poop.
Yeah. 100%.
Pee or poop.
Yep.
100%. We really appreciate you guys listening.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.